What's up, guys? Hello. Um, Ran into some trouble. Here we are. It's like the fifth time I've tried recording this video. Um, but with the way that me being all new to this and stuff is, I'm not too sure if I want to take the risk of having it go the way that it was coming out. So I'm just going to talk about it. All right. Peacemaker season 2. The trailer dropped. It looks pretty damn good. That's what we're here to talk about. But before we get in on that, I started watching season 1 again. It's been a while, like 3 or 4 years, I think, or maybe two. I don't know. I don't remember exactly when it came out. I just remember it was shortly after the whole, time in our lives when everything was on pause. But I'm glad that I took the time to go back and watch it because I forgot so much that was happening in that show and so much that happened in that show. First and foremost, James Gunn has already announced that he wants to include a few of the movies as well as this show into his new DCU. Those movies are more than likely going to be his version of the Suicide Squad, as well as Blue Beetle, if I'm not mistaken, and then this show Peacemaker. Well, parts of the show. Clearly, they're not going to keep the same Justice League because they've already recasted one of them, and the other members, one of them is already going to be casted as Lobo. As you more than likely know already, that's going to be Jason Momoa. But jumping into the trailer, I'm just going to talk about it because I'm a little afraid to show it. Jumping into the trailer, off rip, you get shown that all of the characters in the show are still a tight knit, close friend, almost family esque group, and you get known, or I guess get told that Peacemaker has discovered a interdimensional portal that takes him to a parallel universe where he, has another version of himself there that lives in this romanticized, perfect world that he's certainly jealous of. And he's, I guess, praised. It didn't go like super, super far into a description about like him and his self over there. I'm sure that they're going to wait for the show to do that. But off rip, they gave him a new helmet and a new suit. I'm pretty sure that they're going to be using the both of those to differentiate which Peacemaker is which one. But the suit looks really dope. The helmet, I'm not the biggest fan of. I think it looks really sleek. It looks really nice, but at the same time, I think that they're trying to dumb down the fantastical comic book lived in look. I'm a fan of like the little dome that's over his head on his classic helmet, and with this one they took that away and made it like look more like kind of like a motorcycle army helmet, but it looks pretty neat. It serves the purpose still. But then we get our first look at Rick Flag Sr. If you don't know who that is, Rick Flag is the gentleman that led the Suicide Squad in the movie, who Peacemaker ends up killing because, he said he'll kill any man, woman, and child to get peace as long as, he needs to, or however many he needs to or whatever. And in Creature Commandos, Rick Flag Sr. is back in business, and you find out that he's now going to be hunting down Peacemaker. But the big thing about this is that it's the same actor that's playing him in Creature Commandos, which is something that James Gunn has already stated that he would like to happen. He wants the actors that are playing the animated versions to also play themselves in video games. If I'm not mistaken, he wants them to also be depicted the same in the comic books as well, but I don't know how far they're going to be able to go with that, as well as movies and TV shows and animated shows or animated movies. Anything else that happens with different actors and stuff, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he said that those are going to be Elseworld stories. Honestly, I think that he could probably get away with doing the same actors and same characters as Elseworld stories as well if they want to go that far. But I think it's a pretty neat idea. I am also kind of worried, though, because if you know anything about the video game industry, they're expensive and they take a long freaking time. My bad, my computer. turned off and stuff. But or well, I guess it went to sleep. But if you know anything about video games, they're very expensive and they take a long time. And there's a lot of delays in them, which means that some of these movies and some of these TV shows could potentially experience a delay due to a video game or vice versa because a part of the story is not completely out. But with Rick Flag being in the show hunting down Peacemaker, I think that that opens up a wide variety of, different places that they could go with the story. I think it's pretty neat that they're keeping this darker and grittier, kinda, so to speak. It's definitely very much going to still be a comedy and have some lighthearted moments. But just like with Creature Commandos, they're not going to shy away from like the violence and the gore and stuff. If you guys didn't have the privilege of going to check out Creature Commandos, please do. It does the thing that everybody wanted the Marvel Cinematic Universe to do in the sense of giving like different areas of different stories, like in the sense of Superman, which did a great job of doing world building and giving us a world that was lived in with metahumans and letting us know that this is not something new, so we won't be getting a whole lot of like origin stories. But it was very happy, bright, hopeful. And Creature Commandos was the farthest thing from that. It hurt a little with some of the characters' storylines and their stories with Madam Frankenstein, the Lady Frankenstein, and Frankenstein himself being like a crazy sociopath chasing after her. It gives that opportunity to have like different stories be different feels to it, and it builds up the world in such a way that we've been wanting from the beginning from other studios. And I think that that's a brilliant idea because it allows us to touch on the mature topics in the mature stories when the time is right, and it allows us to step away from always being this happy-go-lucky world, so to speak, that's very formulaic, that Marvel has kind of been notorious for going towards. But as the trailer goes on, Peacemaker, begins to explain how he would like to build a new life for himself in this new universe, which definitely throws some strong hints at killing him in the other universe. I was going to say something that I probably cannot say, so I'm not going to say it. But he's going to be hunting down his other alternate reality self to take the life of them. And I think that that's probably like the easiest way to write him over into this new DCU. I think it's kind of unique that they're tackling the multiverse pretty early on, but they got to get him in there somehow if they were thinking about keeping him. Honestly, I'm just going to be a little sad if they do keep him over there, because I'd like to see the other side characters to go as well. Like, we've spent the whole first season like building a connection to them, and I think that it'd kind of be messed up to get rid of them in that way. But understandable. With Deadpool and Wolverine, they kind of did a similar thing where, he's in the Marvel universe, but he's not in the Marvel universe. He's in his universe still, and it's just all convoluted and not too great. But overall, I think the trailer looks amazing. I think that they did a very good job of paying attention to detail. Some of the characters are going to be coming back, and I think that that's pretty solid. The most important character of all is coming back, Eagly, the best sidekick in any comic book you could ever find. I don't care who you are. He beats out any of the dogs. Crypto and the Bat Hound dog, they don't got nothing on him. Eagly would whoop that ass for sure. But you guys let me know what y'all think about the new season and what the trailer is saying for you guys down in that comment section below. Y'all shoot me a subscribe, shoot me a like, shoot me some comments. Let's go back and forth. Let me know what you think. Or go catch me over on Twitch whenever I'm live every now and then. I try to be live at least 3 times a week over at twitch.tv/cheesyburrito. Pretty soon we will probably be moving our stream over to YouTube as well and multi-streaming. But yeah. Y'all let me know. Let me know what y'all'd like to see me cover as well. We talk about games, comics, movies, whatever you like, whatever is on my mind that day, we will be covering. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.